QNT investors, you can't afford to miss this. You don't want to be like this footballer here and get red carded and miss out on QNT. And obviously, guys, I'm not saying that QNT is a coin that you should buy or shouldn't buy. I'm just telling you about my personal story with QNT and where I think that this coin can go in the peak of the bull run. So when we look at QNT at the moment, guys, sitting pretty nicely around about the $100 mark, and it's got a pretty small market cap of around about 1.2 billion, ranked 73rd largest coins in the whole industry, as well as having a very scarce coin circulation. Quick disclaimer here, please read this with care. This video is not financial advice. Crypto is volatile and highly risky. No results are guaranteed. This content is for experienced users only, and there's a full legal disclaimer in the description below. QNT is one of those coins that I've been in for quite a while now, building up a position back in 2023 for the most part, and again a bit of a position in 2024, but filled the positions that I liked, and I'm pretty comfortable with where it is at the moment, but we're just waiting to see as and when this bull run starts to kick off. When we look at QNT, guys, we've got to understand how scarce this coin really is, and there's only 2.8 million quant that is not in supply yet. Again, we see 12 million already in circulating supply, and the total supply is 14.8, right? So we've got 2.8 million quant that is not quite yet in supply yet. And how can we break that into something that makes sense and show you visually? So there is roughly 31.3 million people in Texas, and essentially that means that if everyone in Texas wanted to go buy quant, just shy of 48% of the population could own one QNT. And then when you think about that and you scale that out to the world of the 8 billion people that are out there, imagine what it's like to own 3 or 4 QNT and what it has the potential to get to, especially considering the market cap and the real world use case in the next, 3 to 6 months or whenever the bull run fully gets into fruition. So if we compare this to Bitcoin, it's got a max supply of 21 million, and often people really want to talk about, and they did a few years ago, about being in this 21 Bitcoin club and how you'll be in the top million. And I just want to clarify, I'm not in that. I don't own a Bitcoin. I don't even own a percentage of a Bitcoin. But if you want to be in this club for quant, you've got to understand, is it the same for achieving 14 quant? Well, I'll let you guys think about that. But let's talk about what I've seen recently with quant and why I think that this is really interesting, and not many people have, in my opinion, have spoken about that yet. Again, this is pretty recently in the last couple months. So Quant Crypto soars as network partners with European Central Bank on Digital Euro project. Guys, this is absolutely massive. We're seeing the banks partnering with Quant. Like, they want to partner with stuff that they know is safe, that people are going to be safe using, and the fact that they've got this stacked experience with the people who have previously worked in HSBC and some banking industries. They know that the people who run QNT, and they've already doxed themselves, they've got their name out there and their face, they know that these are trustworthy people. And the fact that we're seeing banks come on, who deal with billions of dollars, it's absolutely crazy. So this is a really, really good use case. We're seeing awareness come in, especially from big companies. And for me, I'm going to mark this as a big green tick for QNT and what it's been doing recently. And like I said, I'm not really surprised with how it's been going. So when it comes to quant, guys, it's also very important to note that enterprise adoption is generally slower than retail hype because it's got to build up more organically, and it's just got to get a domino effect kind of going in that sense. And as well, we're seeing that there's less noise and marketing compared to trendy coins because they're not here to pump and dump. They're here to build a real project. They're here for a use case and to build something that is going to be around for quite a long time. As well, as a private company, it also doesn't share much of its financial information, so it can sometimes be a bit tricky to understand how much revenue that Quant are actually making, but we know that it's a coin run by a lot of people who have copious experience in different areas of finance, and for me, it's a really, really interesting and positive thing that I would say. So many people say, yes, you're going to go buy crypto and never actually end up doing it, and I'll ask the question, will you get involved in crypto? But at the moment, like I said, not telling you to get into QNT, but I think just getting into crypto is good if you've got patience and resilience. And we've seen the likes of Eric Trump talk about how crypto is growing faster than the internet, and Eric Trump has quite a big influence, obviously relating to Donald Trump. These guys have got a lot of influence. They're trying to pass a lot of legislation. They're trying to push crypto to perform super well because it reflects well on them, right? So if people are making money in crypto, a lot of people are going to love Donald Trump and Eric Trump, and even to the point that they've released their own coin, right? So when we look at this, coupled with the fact that we're seeing consistently year on year that when you buy Bitcoin and you hold it and you are mentally strong, that everyone who's done that has made money if they haven't sold and in these crashes. So hopefully this has provided you with some value, and thank you. Have a good day.